Hi, I'm Dave Rice.
And I'm Mindy Rice.
Hi, and I'm Dylan Rice.
And today we're here to talk about autism. Dylan is a very special little boy. Our son was diagnosed with autism 4 years ago, and he's like every other child. He loves to play outside with his friends. He loves art. He loves to run around and do all the things that every other kid enjoys doing in their daily life.
I'm DJ Allen. This is my wife Stacy, and we have two children, Bailey, who's our 10-year-old daughter, and Daniel, who's our 8-year-old son. And Daniel, when he was about 1.5, we began to see that he had some developmental delays, and that's when began our journey and his journey with autism.
The thing I think that gets lost in sometimes when people get a diagnosis of autism, and the best description I ever heard, it was like a rainbow. And you have obviously over here of maybe ADD, and over here is Rain Man. But you know, I think the cliche, if you will, or the stereotype early on years ago was, oh my gosh, it's Rain Man, and it's really not. And every case is really different. Every girl or boy that has this disorder, it affects them differently. So it's really it's very challenging, because when you're in the education system and you're trying to educate teachers or educate people, well, you can't really, one size doesn't fit all.
When Dylan was 2, we noticed that he really wasn't talking as much as the other 2-year-olds around him, as much as he should. We took him to several doctors. We knew that there was something wrong. A lot of the doctors just thought that it was a speech delay. We started with speech therapy, but we still knew there was something. As a mom, you know. And as a mom, you know that there's something else wrong. So we went to a lot of doctors. The doctors would say, yes, I think he has autism. Other doctors would say, no, absolutely not. It took us 3 years to finally get a diagnosis that he had autism, and that was 3 years that we could have been getting treatment for him. There's a window with autism that therapies really have the most impact, and that was a window that we didn't miss entirely, but there was a lot of things that we missed in those 3 years that could have helped him.
I think because Dave has the job that he has more attention than the average parent who has a child with autism. And he's using that platform in an amazing way. He's taking something that's very personal to his family, and he's saying, you know what, we're just like the rest of you parents who have a child on the spectrum. And it just, it brings more light to it. And as a parent who has a child on the spectrum, it's nice to know that you're not the only one out there, and him and Mindy are using what they can to help families out there who are suffering.
For us, this is a cause that's so important because of how prevalent autism has become in our society. You take a look at the figures, and 1 in 110 kids are now diagnosed with autism, and I think the figures are between 1 in 75 or 1 in 85 boys. And so it's something that's going to affect us not just in the short term, but in the long term as well. And so we want to make a difference, and so we couldn't do it without the help of so many wonderful people in our community.
Thank you for giving money to the Dave Rice Foundation.
It makes a difference for kids like me.